What's up, guys? It's me, FallBoy100, and welcome back to a brand new video. So, this is my first Sodor Left 4 Dead AU. You might have seen this already, but this is my revised one. I actually made a revised version. Now, before we get started, guys, I'm really sorry that I haven't been actually speaking in my other videos recently. It's just because was so impatient. No. It was because I was so lazy. Right now I'm being lazy myself, and I don't know how to barely talk to you all, but I'm just really sorry. So, before I get started, I'm actually going to explain the characters in this AU. I don't know what I'm doing with this idea. I guess I decided to talk about it. So before I get started, please subscribe to the channel. We're at 87 subscribers. We are so close to 100 subscribers. So please do me a favor and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please like the video if this actually interests you. And comment down below what video should I do next. Also comment down below your favorite character from Spunky. You know, the game where it's at first a family-friendly game, but it isn't. Yeah, that one. My favorite character, or characters, my most favorite character is that cat, Wanda. Yeah, that one. She's a cute cat. Anyway, so let's get started. So this first one, this is Thomas as Toby. So as you can see, he's got the golden plate up here, but instead of our wooden savior, what you saw in the original one, original Soul Left 4 Dead A1 Toby, this is our E2 Northwestern's savior. And I added a snowplow, which has the whatchamacallit on it. Has a scar. He has a scar, and I think this is a bloody wound. I'm not sure. And he's got a bloody nose, and he's got markings. And this is actually a. If I'm wondering why he has that furious face, I actually tried to recreate that from Wolfwatts apparently. Go like that one. This is Edward. This is Edward as Donald. He's got this huge wound that's bleeding. He's got the scar, and he's got a purple or black eye. Is that what you call it? Yeah, I think that's what you call it. So Henry here, this is Henry as Neville. He's got dark green eyes, by the way, and he's crying. This is Gordon as Daisy. This is James as Stepney. Can't see the rest, but he has a broken funnel and a broken a broken buffer. By the way, that was my microphone, guys. Hold on. There we go. Anyway, moving on from that interruption. This is Percy as Mavis. He's got a wound that's not bleeding. He has a tiny scar right here that isn't. He's got lime eyes. This is Toby as Arthur. So, the story about Toby in this AU, he is pushing his couple to Henrietta and some trucks in front of him, and he was with Arthur at the time. But when the zombies arrived, he reversed, and he accidentally crashed into Stanley and was stuck. Yep. This is Duck as Oliver. This is Donald as Percy from both Sodor Left 4 Dead 1 and The Last Stands, or Sodor Left 4 Dead 2. You see this blood down here? That's how I did the title. And this is Donald. This is Douglas, actually, as Henrietta. Or Annie Clarabel, I mean. Sorry. That was my mistake. This is Oliver as Doc from Sodor Left 4 Dead 1 to Sodor Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 The Last Stands. As he was shot in the forehead, but he became more infected and now he's a zombie. This is Emily as Murdoch. Fergus as himself. This is Diesel 10 as himself. Bertie as Bulgy. So he stays alive. Terence as himself. You got Stepney as Thomas. Before math. Harvey as himself. We got Neville as Diesel. Bulgy as himself. Murdoch as Gordon. Arry and Bert as... Actually, Arry as James and Bert. Bert right there, he's also James. So... Bert stays with Arry, but when Arry's boiler explodes, Bert gets caught on fire. Yep. This is Toad as himself. Molly as Emily. Bit City Engine or Patriot as D261 or Class 40. I don't know his real name. I don't know D261's real name. This is D261 or Class 40, and there's Stepney and Duck. Rosie as Bertie. So, in my AU, Rosie runs away from the zombies with Harriet, the old soul coach, along with other branch line coaches as well to get away from the zombies. This is BoCo as Bear. Diesel as Fergus. This is Harriet that I'm talking about. Salty as himself. Cranky as himself. Sir Topham Hat as himself. Jinty and Pug as Bill and Ben. Daisy as Arry. Mavis as Bert after being attacked by Diesel 10, by the way. Dennis as himself. Stanley as his own role. Trevor as himself from someone else's Sodor Left 4 Dead AU. Oh, by the way, Elizabeth as herself, Skarloey as Rusty, Rheneas as Peter Sam, Sir Handel as himself. My microphone went off again. Sorry, that was another interruption. Anyway. This is Peter Sam as Rheneas. Rusty as Skarloey. Duncan as Bertram. Duke as himself. Bertram as Duncan. Mighty Mac as themselves. And Carl has their own characters. They stay with Thomas. Now, this is Henrietta from Donald. Or maybe Douglas, but I'm sure it's Donald from Sodor the Apocalypse Begins. She stays with Toby. Isabella and Dulcie as their own characters. They stay with Duck. Now these freight cars I actually just realized. Hold on, let me go back. You know one about Stanley? This is Stanley as Henry, actually. That was my fault. These three cars, this fish train, the flying kipper, they stay with Stanley. This is Neil as Douglas. Spencer as himself. George as himself. 1020 or Dane, D-A-N-E. Try to spell that 5 times. From someone else's Sodor Left Dead AU. Bear as BoCo / the zombie. Bill and Ben as Jinty and Pug. And last but not least, Arf as Edward. Before and Aftermath. Or before Dark Revival and after Dark Revival. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed.